I'd like to talk today how we lose connection with ourselves. Women get so absorbed with everyday life, and before she knows it, her life becomes maintenance versus meaning. She just addresses what comes at her every day. It can be looking after children, running errands. She does all these things without even thinking. She's so busy after maybe looking after some elder parents, elder relatives. She is needed everywhere. Her life consists of to-do list, never-ending to-do lists. What it feels like inside is she starts feeling numb. She feels that she can't live her life by choice anymore. She feels like this is too late for me. I've done so much already. I've tried too many times. That's not for me anymore. It's for somebody else. Maybe if my children were older, I could do that. Maybe if I had extra money, maybe if I had extra pair of hands, I could do these wonderful things that you call meaning. And sometimes it even brings irritation when you hear, just do it, just believe in yourself, just try one more time. The reality is that a woman feels that she has nothing left in her. Her energy is depleted. She simply doesn't want to try. She doesn't want to feel like a failure anymore. She feels lost. She feels disconnected. She feels in dissonance. Although something inside of her sometimes has that nagging feeling that she could have been more, that she could have done more, that she could feel deeper, that she could feel something, in fact. And then she sighs and thinks again and looks around her. There is a pile of dishes not clean. There are toys around her. There is no one coming to help her. There is no extra time. And she feels like she lost this battle because her life started feeling like a battle. You know what to do. It's not like you don't know. You know exactly what needs to be done. You know that you could have taken extra course. You know that you could have changed your career. But for all of that, it requires a certain amount of energy. And let me tell you, nobody did it alone. Nobody did it alone. To go through these portals, through this liminal space of transition. And if you are looking around and there is no one's coming to help you, you need to find a mentor or someone who can listen to you. What it does, sometimes you think it has to be a family member, it has to be someone close to be there to hold you. In fact, sometimes it might be worse because you have so much history together, you're so intertwined, you know your trauma so well, you know your history so well. Ask yourself a question: did it help so far? If it did, you wouldn't be listening to this video. The mentor is the person who is there for you. And there are lots of studies have been done that to overcome trauma, we can't take ourselves out of trauma, out of that state when we feel like we can't move anymore. We understand. I know I'm talking to women who know the words hypervigilant, trauma response, triggers, they know their attachment style, they know it all. What they missing is that in all those wonderful books that they read, there was number one thing said: the common denominator in all the trauma work, in all the ways of getting out of that state, is that you cannot get out of that state without being witnessed, without being held by someone. And that someone is a mentor, is the therapist, is someone you trust, someone who's been there before you, someone who made that step just a few steps back And now they speak with conviction. The mentor who was there herself. Sometimes when I remember being that woman who sat there in her not so bad life, with a good house, with the food on the table, with a healthy child in her arms. But she felt immensely lonely. She felt immensely empty. She felt that nothing can be done, that she wants to scream, but when she opens her mouth, nothing comes out of it. She tries to make a sound, but nothing is produced. There is no sound. That scream is getting louder in her head, in her chest. It's getting heavier. And then she sighs and she moves on. She remembers that she needs to be there for someone else. And she moves that feeling in the corner and moves on with her life. She's highly functioning. Yet, she does not feel fulfilled. Fulfillment is the feeling she's seeking. Well, she books herself another spa. She books herself for another retreat. She books herself in a beautiful hotel. And she feels like her life is full. Somehow, she's happy for a very brief moment. And then that feeling of emptiness and numbness comes back with vengeance. Coming back to that we can't get unstuck from that state of not being able to move forward. In fact, you don't need to move forward necessarily. You need to move multidimensionally, because your life is not linear. It consists of lots of aspects, and it's a tapestry of different things, different experiences, the values, the events you experienced. And it's naive to say that we started at zero and we just go for the linear line. That's not how it is. We might address one part of our life which took all our energy. Remember the relationship. It might have taken good 5 years of your time, 5, 10 years of your time, 20 sometimes. And you invested all your energy there. Remember if you had a young child, all your energy went there. So life is not really linear, it's multidimensional, and it requires our attention So yes, in order to get unstuck, to move, to feel, not in 6 months of another program, not in 30 days challenge. You do not need to challenge yourself anymore. You don't need to challenge yourself anymore. You've had enough of challenges. I know you did. I know you did lots. I know you experienced traumatic events. I know you felt stuck. I know you lived in, so to speak, dead zones when you felt nothing. You don't need another challenge. What you need is someone who can hold and contain your real deep emotions, repair those links, and recreate your new you. Not disregarding all the experience you had, not discarding it, but becoming an author of your next chapter, of the current chapter, in fact. You don't need to wait another day, another minute. We go in our intensive program. I'm showing you how we experience it right there. You don't need to wait another course to take in. You can move and change right now. If you resonate, register for our next mini intensive. It's 3 days, 2 hours each night or morning, depending where you are in the world. And I'll show you how I work, what I do. You will feel it right there. Well, sometimes when we in the comfortable phase of our life, our job is not unbearable, our relationship is good enough, our children going well, and everything seems okay. You have yet another trip booked and you look forward to something. But sometimes you mistake the absence of suffering for the lack of happiness. But sometimes, all right, scratch all that comfort now, okay? Sometimes you can mistake comfort for, sometimes comfort can become a trap as well. In your comfort zone, your job is not unbearable. Your relationship is okay. Your children are doing well. You booked another trip and you look forward to something. But sometimes the absence of suffering can be mistaken as a presence of happiness.